Oh right, this one was funny too. Combust Man. Also, if you're sensitive to bright colors, be warned in a specific section. We'll get to that section. Also, this music is amazing. There's just something about Mega Man that just yields really great music, you know? Also, you saw how there were 5 Noble Nickels? Here's one of those eye-searing sections, and this is where one of them is hiding. Hold on. Also, Mets kinda hide in this color palette, so that also doesn't help. Shoot you. Good so far. I think this is a checkpoint, I don't remember. I'm fine with dying there. And for whatever reason, Tapasayo was advertising on my phone. Why? I don't know. It was not a checkpoint. Oh no. Now, well, to be honest, this stage isn't too hard. Some of the challenges are... How should I put this? Some of the challenges may look intimidating, but honestly, it's not that hard of a level. Like, if anything, this is a pretty fair stage. This was the checkpoint, of course. If I remember correctly... Ah, crap, I missed it. Yeah, this one was weird in that falling leads you to the Noble Nickel. So now, I gotta kill myself. Searing colors warning. Searing colors warning over. Really simple platforming challenge. And I'm trying to remember... Goes this way. Also, these gabules are really easy. And there's the last Noble Nickel. Alright, so with all this stage, you're thinking that this Robot Master is gonna be very powerful, very interesting, and one of the biggest fights you've ever seen. Introducing Combust Man! He dies in one hit. Combust Man. Literally, he's made of combustible materials. He looks nice, at least. Nope, you couldn't pay me to play the dampening. The dampening kinda sucks. Do I? You know what? Sure, because this music is terrible. It sounds as greasy as you think it does. Like a taco. Also, this platforming it's kinda tight. But if you slide, it should be easier. Bring out the Jewel Satellite to make this easier. Just wait. Whoop! Nope! That was almost cool. Oh well. Fred side. Shred! Just saying. Wheel Cutter is a surprisingly versatile weapon. Unfortunately, most people don't really see the opportunities to use it. One more? Good. Also, little fun fact. One of the rewards you can get for getting enough Noble Nickels is actually entire maps. You know, like maps of the stages, rather. This one's shaped like a taco. Pretty deliberately. Ah, also, Mashy Hazard is mashy. Right side. Whee! Not that hard to get back here. And if I remember correctly, this one just requires tight timing. Or you could just cheese it with Super Arrow, because Super Arrow is just Super Arrow. Really easy challenge. These things. When defeated, they split into 3 other enemies. In some cases, it's really a bad idea to actually fight them. Let's try that again. Crap. Okay, now I have to play this legitimately. This is a problem. Crap. I could have made it. Let's try this again. Shoot you. There we go. And that's how you're supposed to make that. They're everywhere. Good jump. And this one requires a measured... Taco Man himself is, unfortunately, a repurposed Guts Man. He does have some new attacks, though. Case in point, Rapid Tacos! And if you're using your charge shots, it's not that bad of a fight. At the end of it, you, well, at least you get to sit down and eat a taco. Man, now I'm craving good chili. Ah, well. What can you do? Forgotten Fortress. I forget what this one was. Oh, this one. No, no. That one suffers a similar problem to Yggdrasil. Less offensive, still bothersome. Time for the boss. This one's actually kind of clever. Looks good, doesn't it, sir? I feel they've captured my likeness very well. I'll be with you in a moment, sir. Just wait for me. Sir, hold the door, please! You, mega jerk! Is common courtesy not programmed into your matrix? Manners cost nothing, good sir. The anger that is building inside me burns with a passion yet unheard of. Sir, that inner fire will send you to the eternal damnation of Silicon Hell. Prepare to burn along with all the photocopiers. This is Doorman. Doorman has an obscene health bar. You can fight him. He has fairly simple patterns, actually. But you only need to chip down one of his health bars with a specific type. Also, be careful with his specific attack, Door Stomp. If you don't score a hit on him, then he'll use it, and it can deal a lot of screen nuke damage. Fortunately, a good charge shot or two can level out his shield easily. Remember which Mega Man fan game this guy's a part of? Regardless, his patterns are dependent on the door he's at. He can only use certain attacks coming from certain doors. Also, chip him down enough on his health and you can just leave. Oh, Gordon Bennett, I left the element in that room! Again, you could fight him. You don't have to. Do you get anything special for killing him? Not really. Is it fun? Yeah. Because again, he's not that hard of a boss once you get down to it. He can only use specific attacks coming from specific doors, and they're fairly well telegraphed. If you get hit, that's your problem. And Chateau Chevaleresque is in the city. Ah, right, story. For those who have seen my playthrough of MaGMML 0, you know who this is. For those who haven't, I'll leave that mystery alone. He does at least feed you an E-Tank, so that's useful. If I remember correctly, there are a total of 120 noblements in the world, and your first, and I think it's every 15 you get a reward? I could be wrong about that one. You do get some pretty useful stuff for collecting the nobleman crystal, so please do. Tier 4. Alien Temple. Oh, right, this one's actually a very short one, because it's literally just a boss. A decently put together boss, but outside that, it's like, what, 2 or 3 screens? I mean it. This is the end of the stage. This alien has a few different attacks they can use. depending on what color he is. Blue is chaser rounds, green splat is a spread shot, yellow is meteors from the sky, red is a massive explosion. It's not that hard of a fight. But again, it's a really well put together fight. Really simple stage otherwise. Alright. Originally, certain stages were just introduced as normal, but in a particular update, Motion Sickness Man was added to the front of levels that have a very disturbing... well, not disturbing, actually. An effect that might be bad for people to look at. Case in point for Neon Man here, if I remember correctly, the gimmick is that the stage kind of just scrolls by itself, but in actuality, it's staying still. So the challenge is trying to do all the platforming that you need to in the stage, while also dealing with the changing landscape of the stage itself, even though the platforming is fairly simple. It's a really cool stage, but it's a really sickening one. Well, for some people. For me, I have a decent stomach, so not so much. Right, there was a random Shovel Knight level with some very stupid collectibles, if I remember correctly. Or collectible locations. Poorly named level... Was this the one that I was thinking of? Oh, this is the teleporty level. Okay. This one isn't that bad. This level's main gimmick revolves around these teleporters that have been repurposed to become jump pads. There are 2 endings to this level, and to be honest, there's not too much difference between the 2 of them. But the challenge itself of using these things to do a whole bunch of platforming is really cool. See, case in point, there's one of the endings right there. But I want to try to get the Noble Nicholas at the second ending too, so let's get around to that. If I remember correctly, they aren't too hard to get to. One of them was over there, but I guess not. Okay, whatever. Ow. Yep, this way. This way leads to a much longer section. And our first Noble Nickel. Pretty simple stuff so far. Also, there's just a random spike wall there for no reason. I don't know why. It really serves no purpose. Actually, if I remember correctly, there's supposed to have been a jet slip section up above, but I fumbled it. Could be wrong about that. I don't remember everything about this game. Choo-choo! Metros! And here's an interesting gimmick, using these things to descend as opposed to ascend. I'm trying to remember which path had the Noble Nickel. I want to say it was this one? Nope, never mind. Whew. Good work, me. Scully. Ah, here's the jet sled section. It's a bit enemy spam, so I recommend trying to avoid the jet sled if possible. You can do that. And if I remember correctly, a good chunk of these jumps are makeable without it. Actually, where are my hornets? Because hornets will continuously gather things for you until they run into something that they deal damage to. Really useful weapon. Alright, you. How to deal with you? Answer, to be honest. Blah. And as for this jump, just super arrow across. Same for this jump. Actually, you could super arrow a bunch of this section. I think... Oh, right. For whatever reason, that's not makeable. The spikes are placed precisely where your head will be, and it's on accident, I assume. On the bright side, the Noble Nickel isn't too hard to get to. If anything, you might have seen it. Just fall down to this side, and voila. And voila. All set. Again, really fun stage, and I missed the Noble Nickel. Now, well. Boss time. The Scorch Men. From Mega Man Sunrise and Zookman Z. These guys aren't that bad, honestly. Do they have some tricky patterns? Kinda. Just remember... For this specific boss, it's recommended to shoot the both of them, as opposed to using the charge shots to focus one of them down, because the both of them share a health bar. When you get them halfway down, they decide, okay, let's stop bickering with one another, let's tag team. In the most hilarious fusion sequence ever. Yes, they're tied together with a rope. If I remember correctly, you need to wait for a specific point to attack them, that being right there. And again, since the both of them are tied to one another, you can just spam shots and make it a whole bunch easier. From this point, though, it's easier to use charge shots, specifically because You can throw out the charge shot, throw an additional shot on top of that, and you're close. They're not that bad of a boss. Of course, I say that, and I immediately get tabled. I'm trying to remember what their weakness is off the top of my head. I want to say it was Tiger Blade. Triple Blade. Whatever. No, it was not. Satellite? Kinda. Considering you become immune to their projectiles. At the same right, and... Oh, Slash Claw, actually. Yeah, that makes sense, especially since the, fusion. When they're up like this, I want to say maybe you can hit them with the wire adapter, and it does decent damage. Never mind. I'm full of poo. Slash Claw it is, then. That does ridiculous damage when you land it. And shredded. Simple. And 5. I think 5 was in the city. That's tier 6. No, wait, now I remember where 5 is. It's toward the beginning. Actually, come to think of it, I think we can get our first Nobleman reward too. But to be honest, I'll wait. We're gonna be headed back there anyway, once, Oh, right. We're gonna be headed back there once we get to tier 6, just to poke at that. More importantly, though, there's a shop that exists, and I think we have enough bolts to get something. Yes, we do. So, first thing we might want... Well, that is helpful, but to be honest, I think Skull Amulet would be better. Now, here's something else that's actually really good. You can buy all these power-ups, the Skull Amulet, Met Helmet, Charge Buster Upgrade, Drop Rate Up, Converter, and the Uncharged Buster Limit. You could toggle them off if you want to. And that's a really cool idea. That way, you can keep the challenge, but also get these pickups out of the way. They are really handy, though, and if you're new to Mega Man, I would highly recommend that you pick them up, because they're really useful. Case in point for the Unlimited Buster. It essentially ups your damage output, provided you're willing to mash the button.